Welcome back to another video, guys. Something a little different today, just sitting down in the shed and thought I'd go over a bit of a concept that I heard a number of years ago now on an American podcast about swim baiting for their largemouth bass over there, and it was about the 4 stages of a fisherman's life, and it's always resonated with me throughout the years. It's not much of a knowledge video on how to catch fish or where to catch fish or anything like that. It's more about the philosophy of fishing and targeting a singular species and devoting all your time and how that evolves as the years go on and you experience new stuff. So yeah, it's got 4 stages to it. It really hit a nerve with me back in the day, and I've always thought about it as I go along my fishing journey, especially with Murray cod fishing, and also as I transition into other things like big flathead fishing and also probably jewfish down the track. So we'll start by going through the stages, I guess, and the first stage is you just want to catch a fish. You just want to catch that first fish. Now for me, that was my first Murray cod. I fished a number of probably years, I think, before I caught my first cod. I do have a photo of it. It was one of the specialist days of my life. I'll never forget it. I was with Robbo, and I still remember hooking up on a little spinnerbait, and I was just saying, "It's just a carp. It's going to be a carp. It's going to be a carp." And sure enough, it was a Murray cod around that 55 centimetre mark, and yeah, one of the happiest days of my life. I still couldn't believe it. I think I put a caption up on Facebook saying, something really cringe, like 1,000 words in one photo or something like that. I'll see if I can find it. But that is what it's about. This first stage is you just want to catch a fish. If you're a Jew fisherman, or it doesn't matter what species you're targeting, you just want to catch that first fish. You don't care about the size or anything like that. You just want to catch that one fish. I've got this fly hanging around and it's really bloody annoying. Where are you? Come here. Sorry about that. Go away. The second stage is you want to catch lots of fish. It becomes a quantity game, and you want to catch as many fish as possible. So after you catch that one fish, they always say the first is the hardest, and then the floodgates open as such. So that's what happened with me after I caught that first one. Couldn't believe it, and then that just lit a fire inside me, and every living second I had, I was down on the river trying to catch Murray cod. I've done trips all over the place, places like up in the New England where we catch cricket scores of Murray cod, all in that sort of 30, 40 centimetre up to 70 centimetre range, and absolutely loved it. And that is that second stage of your journey where you just want to go out and you want to catch as many fish as possible. And I've done that as well with flathead fishing. When I used to live on the coast, I used to go out and throw small lures, and we'd catch 40, 45, 50 centimetre flathead like they were going out of fashion, and absolutely loved it. But there comes a time in every journey where you go to that third stage, and that's often after you've been in that second stage for a while and you've caught a large number of that species, where you enter the third stage where you just want to catch big fish and you start to really target big fish. Now for me personally, that was when I moved back inland from the coast, set myself up with a good boat and went really hard at the impoundment cod fishing. I gave the rivers up for a number of years and solely fished the impoundments, throwing bigger lures, focusing on catching big cod over the metre. Now, other people can be the same in whatever journey they do. They've caught a heap of fish of a species, and then eventually something ticks and you want to start targeting those big fish. That happened for cod for me, and I really enjoyed it, loved it. Done a number of years on the dams, a lot of cold mornings, late nights, crazy hours, throwing big lures, and did have a lot of success. Caught a lot of nice big Murray cod over that metre mark over the years.
121, absolute donkey. Can barely pick this thing up. We're going to get him back.
My flathead journey at the moment, I'm in that third stage. I'm chasing big fish. It doesn't matter how I do it, I just want to catch the biggest flathead. I'm there at the moment. I'm still not satisfied with the flathead I've caught. I've caught a number of fish over 80 centimetres, but I'm still chasing those really, really big fish up into the high 90s and around that metre mark.
85 centimetres, how bloody good. I'm absolutely stoked. I'm going to get it straight back.
So that's where I don't care how I catch them, I just want to catch big ones. But for the cod fishing, I'm now in the final stage, which is the fourth stage of a fisherman's life, and that's what they call the method stage. The method stage is when you're happy basically with what you've caught. You've caught heaps of fish, you've caught big fish, and now you want to catch these fish, this species, in a specific way, a particular way you want to target them. For me, I want to target them on cool baits, handmade baits or lures that not many people are throwing. So handmade stuff. There's a number of resin bait makers in the States that I follow, and I basically want to get all their baits and tick a big fish off on every one of their lures. For me, over the last few years, it's been DRT lures. I've ticked meter Murray cod off on Tiny Clash, K9, Ghost.
Oh yeah, got it. Oh, it's big. Another big one. On the Ghost, 14-inch bait. First fish I've caught on it. First session using it. 2 metre. He's 108. This one went 108 and 110. Unbelievable. It's an absolute cracker fish.
I've ticked them off on other things like my new Roman made Maddai, other handmade baits that are really rare, rat lures, stuff like that not many people are throwing and can get their hands on. I find that really, really cool, and that's the method stage of my journey that I'm in now. For other people, it might be different. It might be fly fishing. You want to target Murray cod on fly. It might be surface fishing. You want to catch mulloway on surface lures or hard bodies, that type of stuff. Everyone's journey is going to be different, but the stage sort of remains the same. So I know Murray cod's really easy to sort of compare to the saltwater equivalent, which is jewfish, and I'd say there's a lot of people that are in that boat. I've started to dabble, but I'm still in that like stage 1/stage 2. I've caught a couple of mulloway, but I just want to catch as many as I can. I don't really mind. Like obviously you always want to catch the biggest fish, but I don't have an emphasis on catching a big mulloway at the moment or catching it on a surface lure or a hard body off a break wall or something like that. I just want to catch heaps of fish. So I'm in stage 2 there. But for Murray cod, I'm in stage 4 and I'm in that method phase. Also down the track, I want to get back into, like now I'm back into my rivers. I hardly impoundment fish these days, but another method that I might go down to down the track with my Murray cod fishing is going back to the impoundments and blind casting. There's a big thing these days, I don't know how you want to talk about it, with live technology. Personally, don't get off on it. I know a lot of people do, but personally don't. But it offers a new challenge there where go back to the impoundments and blind cast chasing big Murray cod. Anyway, that's the 4 stages. And as I said, it is applicable to everyone. Everyone's got that one species. Every angler, I believe, has got that one species that really is their thing. For me, it's Murray cod. I know for a lot of guys on the coast, it's dewies. Up north, it might be GTs, barramundi. There's endless species, and everyone's got that one fish. Every species has got a majority of fish in that smaller size. So that's stage 2, and then you go up, and the bigger the fish, the rarer they are, and the harder they are to catch. So that's a challenge, and that's the challenge of the stage 3. And once you've conquered that, that's when you move into the method way. I don't really know much about snapper fishing, but say it's shallow water daytime snapper might be your method, or on soft plastics. Barramundi, it might be top water frogging. Barramundi, it might be blind casting saltwater donkeys, that type of thing. But yeah, this was presented to me in a podcast, a number of years ago, and it was purely talking about swimbaiting for bass, and I thought it was really, really interesting. And it's funny, like that was years ago, and it's funny to see how my personal journey with Murray cod fishing's really followed those 4 stages. And I just thought it would be good to sit down and have a yarn about it and let you guys know. As I said, there's not really information to take away from it as such in way of learning about how to catch fish, where to catch fish, but it's just a good yarn, I reckon, and something everyone should sort of pay attention to as they go through their journey as a fisherman. Anyway, that's going to wrap this one up, guys. Hope you enjoyed the little yarn down the shed. If you did, let us know, and we might do a few more types of this thing. I love getting down the shed and just having a bit of yarn and expressing my thoughts and yeah, how I view fishing. You know, I love fishing. It's pretty much what I think about 99% of the day, and have all these thoughts. So if you like them, I can sit down and do a few more. But yeah, hopefully you've got something out of it and enjoyed it. And if you did, let us know. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers for watching.